Hey everyone, my name is Zettaprime, and today I want to share with you the Transformers Generation 2 Grimlock. So here he is, looking quite awesome if I might say. As first impressions go, this guy feels like holding a sliver of Transformers history. That's because Grimlock was released in the late 1990s, and for a figure that's nearly 30 years old, he seems to hold up quite well. As collector information goes, I'll dive deeper into Grimlock as a character when I review the Studio Series 86 version. When that will be, I don't know, but for now, I want to talk about this figure's history. After Transformers Generation 1 ran its course in the late 80s, Hasbro needed to keep toys on the market in hopes of not growing financially unstable. One of the many solutions Hasbro tried was to implement new CGI technology into the Generation 1 cartoon. And then, of course, re-release as many of the original G1 toys as possible in several different colors. This would hopefully compete with some of the more popular 90s brands such as Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. However, this wouldn't last long, and Hasbro would need to reinvent their Transformers brand, leading us into a little show that we like to know as Beast Wars. Let's take a closer look at this figure. I got this guy a few years back, and as you can see, he's missing his weapons. However, that doesn't bug me all too much. The paint on this guy is minimal, only having a little bit on the dino eyes and the Autobot insignia on the tail. And then the paint also extends to the very silver part of his tail as well. Aside from that, Grimlock also has stickers littered throughout his entire toy. They have like this little 1980s technical design feel to them, which makes me think of the computer that wore tennis shoes. And having all that said, we will be starting in the alt mode today, because the T-Rex mode is probably Grimlock's most iconic look. Generation 2 Grimlock went for about $10 upon his original release in the 1990s. And today goes for about $70 to $100 USD, depending on whether you want him loose, complete, or even mint sealed in package. The turquoise variant has been seen going around for about $300, which is completely insane. However, if you can find this figure at a reasonable price, then I'd say go for it. Before we go into articulation, let's keep the backwards train going and commence transformation. After probably the simplest transformation we'll see on the channel, here is the robot mode. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but this was the gold standard during the 80s. As for articulation, he's very simple. He has a knee bend, which is more for the transformation, arm/leg rotation at the shoulder. His dino mode has a knee bend, mostly just coincidental because of the transformation, and his dino toes are also on a hinge joint. The dino mode also features an opening jaw. At the back of the figure, he does have a hidden compartment that was designed to hold a little mini pilot character. This was because in the Eastern Japanese market, Takara originally had their Diaclone line feature little minifigures that can add that mecha feel to their figures. However, this was not included in the Western release of this figure. Overall, G2 Grimlock is a cool and interesting toy to have in your collection. If you want to learn more about older figures like this one, like, comment, and subscribe. Also make sure to click that bell icon to stay up to date with all my content. I wish you all the best, and I'll catch you all later. Zettaprime out.